It's a nursery rhyme. Hey everyone! It's 4:42 right now and we're heading to Datong. I'm so excited. It's been a long time since I looked forward to visiting a place. It feels so fun. The cultural heritage is super rich here. Let's hit Mural Street. Guys, we finally arrived. It's only 11:19 a.m. Normally you'd still be in bed. Plus, we flew into Shuozhou first because Guangzhou doesn't have direct flights. The temperature difference here is pretty huge. Had to put on a jacket right off the plane. And then we grabbed a carpool ride. Drove for about an hour and 50 minutes. Now we're in the city. At a really famous noodle shop. See, buckthorn. Let me try it out. I also want to eat that wedding style copper pot dish. It's all so good. Actually this sourness. Hello. Let's add some. This is my minced meat shaved noodles. I think this is pretty good to drink. Xiao Du ordered braised pork noodles. This was an extra add-on, right? We also got some pickled cucumbers. I'm gonna add some chili for myself. Feels like the two of us coming here is like mice falling into a rice bin. We eat noodles at home every single day. Like today, we held back a little, telling ourselves not to eat too much. For someone who loves heavy flavors like me, it's really satisfying. Now we're heading to our hotel today. The weather is super nice. We specifically chose this time. We originally considered going to Jingdezhen, but it seemed to be raining there, you know? With my rain magnet luck, I absolutely can't go to rainy places. We totally lucked out. The weather is really great. Hello, friends. We're staying in the ancient city. Ai site, too soon. Wow, this view is so beautiful. Taji site, too soon. We've made it to the room, guys. Ai site, too soon. Let's give you a quick little tour. A site, too. It roughly looks like this. AG site. The main thing is the location is pretty good. G site, too. But as for the overall room details, each site, too, I think it's just kind of average. Ochi site, too soon. Gonna freshen up and go for a walk. Och site, too undo. Guys, shall do right now. Unshite a too soon. Hasn't gotten ready at all. Aji site, too soon. He's got that face wrapped in a towel look. H site, too soon. He absolutely has to wash his hair in the morning to go out. Oh site, too suit. He's been staring for ages. Each site, too. Feels like he's not quite a match for me right now. H site, before I put on my makeup this morning. H site, we were somewhat of a match. H site, too, but now I've fully leveled up into a beauty. G site, too soon. In the end, I just threw on a vest. Awe site, too suit. Heading out just like this. H site, too seat. Because it's actually pretty cold here in the morning, but with the sun out it feels hot again. H site, too suit. So you need to bring pieces each site, too, that you can easily take off. Aji site, I'm gonna trim these two little hairs a bit shorter. Aji site, too sit. Now we're heading to the Yungang Grottoes. G site. I can't remember if I studied this in history or geography. Jobji site. My memory is just really bad. H site 2. Actually, my geography used to be great. H site 2. And ever since I was little, my dream was each site. The place, H site. And look, someone asked how I tie this half-up hairstyle. AG site. It's actually super simple. Just tie it up on top. I think the important part is right here, G site. 2 seat. You definitely need to pull it H site 2. Oh, H site 2. Look guys, getting this kind of curve H site 2 makes your hair look fuller. G site 2. It won't look flat. Okay, H site 2. What's up? This model looks especially pretty today. AG site. Too soon. Great stuff. She site 2. Just hanging out in the ancient city for a bit. H site 2 and site. We came to check out the souvenir shop. G site 2 site. Pulling blind boxes here. G site. Too soon. You wouldn't be unhappy with any of them. T site. They're all full of beautiful wishes. H site 2. I just took a look. T site. They say things like may everything goes smoothly. G site. Super pretty. Site 2. I'd be okay with any of these. IG site 2. Do you assemble them based on this standard? Site 3-2. A bit regretful I didn't buy this. HE site 3-2. These fridge magnets are quite pretty. Look. HE2. I think I'll pick this everything okay one. Ichi site 3-TM. To stick on the fridge. Each site 3-2. How come you haven't started playing with it yet? Each sheet site 3-2. Oh wow. Let's get those wrists moving. EG site 3-2. We wandered around the ancient city for a bit. AE site 3-2 and Mulan-themed ice cream. IG site 3-2. These are basically the few flavors they have here. HCA. Aged vinegar flavor, C buckthorn flavor. OG site 3-7. Xiao Du went to pay. Shite 3-2. Let me show you guys. Site 3-3. We ordered a mixed flavor one. Daju site 3-chuck. This is exactly like the juice. She site 3-2. We had at our wedding. AG site 3-chuckun. Exactly the same. H site. The sea buckthorn is actually not bad. HC site. The aged vinegar flavor. I think it's pure novelty. LG site. But I feel like this aged vinegar, Akshi site, tastes a bit like chocolate ice cream. LG site 3T mu. But I do really like eating vinegar. H site 3T palm. Is this actually vinegar? Each site 3T. We've arrived. Site. Yungang Grottoes. EG site 3-2. I think it's still best to get each site 3 check-in. A professional guide. AG site 3-2. Our guide today is truly super professional. AG site 3-2. He just keeps testing me and Shadu site 3 check-in net. On history questions saying, you don't not know this, right? You can't not know this, right? Each site, but the two of us genuinely have no idea. Xie site 3TX. And here, because a lot of the architecture in Datong is from the Liao and Jin dynasties. Debji site 3 Segot. The history is seriously so ancient. Aji site. Highly recommend checking it out. Achi site 3-2. This whole string was fully carved out. EG site. All done, friends. EG site 3 second. Studied for over 2 hours. Aji site 3-2. A massive amount of information. Aju site 3T. This place was built over 65 years during the Northern Wei period. Deji site. Including the little text on the murals, those tiny texts, Ichi site 3T. And everything. Each site 3-1. Just wildly feeding it into my brain. Doc site 3-2. Hoping I don't forget it all. H site 3-2. When I came in today, Chi site 3-7. I actually felt like I had been here before. LG site 3-tell. Like this specific section existed in my memory. Jiu site 3-12. Was it something I dreamed or... Ichi site. It was probably from visiting the Yungang Grottoes. Jichi site. I'm guessing we used to build things here in a past life. AE site. I think the ancients were amazing, don't you? H site A. The craftsmanship below. AG site. And those colors too. Each site, for you. I don't know how they did it. G site, 4C1. So bright and glossy. Each site. For you. Even looking at it now. Age site. Let's go everyone, we're off to grab dinner. H site, 4E1. Let's go. E site, 4E1. Right, and site tonight. We came to eat at Tongalu. OA site, 4U. We originally wanted to eat Ichi site, 4-1 at another place, but there was a 100 table wait. LG site, 4-2. A bit scary. OAE site, 4U. So we just came straight here. E site, 4U. Since it's the fastest, IG site, 4 home. I noticed restaurants in Datong are incredibly luxurious. OU site, 4-seat. The bathrooms are decorated beautifully. H site. And the portions are massive. G site. For you. Look guys. Every plate of meat is such a huge portion. This mutton was probably around 20-something bucks. G site. Fortune. Looking at the tripe makes me want to order everything. AG site. Fortune. Also got this yogurt. EG site. I saw the picture showed it with mango. AG site. For you. But it's actually just melon yogurt. OUE site. But they also give you some complimentary fruit here. H site. For you 1. My custom dip. U site. For shu. A mixed version of the sauce. With sesame paste and lots of ichi site. For shu and shu. Chili and everything. HE site. For you. Definitely not a pre-mixed version. Dakji site. For you. And the people are so nice and enthusiastic. Aji site. The lady just now told me I look really pretty. Daichi site. For Shima. I said she looks beautiful too. G site. For Yonun. Her skin. E site. For Yuanu. Site. For you. She applied lots of layers. IG site. For you. I said I also applied a ton of layers. EG site. For Sue. Spent over an hour doing my makeup. H site. For and two. D site. For you. Yep. E site. This mixed version of mine is intense. GG site. For Sue. I ordered 2 for Xiao Du W site. For Ryundo. Paired with some classic hot pot bases. H site. For you. Mine is Sichuan beef. Tallow. H seat. For you site. His is tomato broth. AG site. For you. I love explosive flavors for mutton. AG site. For you. So good. My favorite fried dough cake. H site. For you. The guide just told us they fry it fresh to order. AG site. For you. Good. I recommend the Red Bull with beef. O site. For Sion. One order is a ton of food. Tabji site. For you. These are Red Bull roasted wings. Ach site. For you. Just super huge. H site. 5N. And I ate it while cycling in Xinjiang province. LG site. A massive piece. I site. This yogurt skin is incredibly delicious. Ichi site. 5E. It's like a solid texture. Ichi site. With a hint of creamy richness. Abji site. 5E80. I want to buy some to take back for yogurt bowls. Abji site. 5E. Guys, I feel like whenever I wake up early, Ichi site. Like last time flying to Lijiang, it was past 4 a.m. right? H site. 5 and it feels exactly the same. H site. 5E. My heart beats super fast. Abji site. 5E. I feel like I could fall asleep at any moment all day. H site. Actually today, heading to the Yungang Grottoes, Dichi site. 5MD. I completely passed out for 30 minutes on the way. LG site. 5E1. But I still need to take off my makeup to sleep. Age site. 5E Before that though, I'm gonna try something. AG site. 5E. Aged Vinegar Cola. I wanted to buy this on the road today. Daiji site. 5SE in Shuan. I noticed there was some in the fridge here. AG site. 5E. Let's try it. OE site. 5. Once you open it, there's definitely a vinegar smell. IG site. 5. When you first drink it, it totally tastes like cola. Oh, site. 5E. But the aftertaste is completely vinegar. HE site. 5AE. I can totally dip things in pure vinegar when eating hot pot. Dochi site. 5AE. But drinking it straight is a bit weird. HE site. 5E. The weather feels quite comfortable here. HE site. Just a nice little breeze. AG site. Got some sunshine, you know? Site. 5E. It puts you in a really good mood. EG site. 5FGE. But the sun is genuinely pretty intense. HE site. I. It sits low, so you definitely need an umbrella. Oh, site. 5. Site. We're staying in Datong for 3 days and 2 nights this time. IL site. 5E. We'll switch hotels tomorrow and she 8. 5E. Just to experience both of them. H site. 5AE wine true. It is extremely dry today. Jude site. 5AE Duo. Like, I can noticeably feel today Yoshi site that my makeup is looking pretty cakey. Ige site. 5E. Like my forehead here is all flaky. Not gonna lie. H site. 5C. I'm gonna go take a shower. Ige site. 5E. Bye friends. Now I need to do my makeup. H site. 5E. First, let me order this thing everyone recommended Ochi site. 5E and rail. From Nediberg. Site. And listen to an explanation. Jue site. 5VAE. He's listening to this case. Site. 5VE when. From Foshan Guangdong. H site. 5E. I gotta say, applying it with a small brush site. 5e gives the most natural look. HC site. It goes on clean. IG site. 5e. Experienced something truly terrifying. H site. 5SC. Once the transfer was done, EG site. 5e. Alright, moving on. Each site 6. Today we wanted to visit this garden. Edge site 6. As soon as I walked in, I heard someone say beautiful. AG. It really is pretty, with the birds chirping. Site. I'm ranking this as my favorite spot on the trip. DG. There are some truly stunning murals. AG site 6. And the whole atmosphere is just so serene. H site 6. You guys can join someone else at the entrance. H seat 6 for a guided tour. E site 6. Just wander around inside. E site 6. Take a seat somewhere. H site 6. It's genuinely beautiful. H site 6. Can this little house be moved onto my plate? H site 6. It makes me want to collect it. G site 6. Quickly finished a 45-minute tour. Jai Ju sec. Yesterday we listened for a really long time. Aji site. Today is all about visiting the major temples. AG site 6. Walked around and got a basic understanding. Ij site 6. I feel like Hawaiian temple is exceptionally beautiful. H site 6. Really my vibe. Site 6. There are lots of AA site 6. Girls wearing handfu inside. 8 site 6. Gonna get a bubble hand wash? Then head back to the murals E site. To look more closely. Shite. Look at this blue sky. EG site 6. Next door is Shanhua Temple, H site 6. Let me show you guys. There's a little kitty next to me, H site. Sleeping super soundly, H site 6. Fast asleep, won't even eat cat treats. H site 6. Its coat color is so pretty. H site 6. Usually cats with this color E site 6 have really good personalities. H site 6. Just like a golden shaded British Shorthair. AG site. Totally different from the silver shaded ones. EG site 6. This person is eating ice cream. H site 6. I really want to pet its little paws. EG site 6. After finishing up, we can stroll around the courtyard. H site 6. Sour strawberry flavor. EG site 6. The left side kinda looks like the Forbidden City. H site 6. Yeah, this is the mini Forbidden City in Datong. Daju site 6. This is the Daiwang residence. Jeej site 6. The residence of Zhu Yuanzhang's son, Zhu Gi, Bo, Z, site 6. Here H site 6. Guarding the border, G site 6. Guarding the territory, G site 6. Finally, time for lunch, E site. Fenglin Pavilion, DG site 6. I feel like the shumai here should be really good. LG site 6. Wow. I've realized the decor everywhere here is gorgeous. H site 6. We ordered exactly according to our own preferences. G site 6 because their recommended dishes are heavily thickened with starch. EAA site 7 sunged. And I don't love that. H site 7 singed. I ordered these mutton offal noodles. OG site. It honestly tastes really good. Ubshi site. And over here are beef skewers. 7 chong. Because when we on-site, 17, finish the soup, the flavor will be even richer. Jaitsei seinsate. It's hard to describe H site, 7 inond. The taste, but I really love it. Akshi site, 7 uent. I'm extremely looking forward to this. H site, 7 fond. Their shumai comes in all sorts of flavors. H site, 7 needham. Some have crab in them. E site, mutton, and even vegetable fillings. E.g. site, 7 shinten. We've arrived at tonight's hotel. G site, 7 unit. Let me show you guys the public areas. Ai site, 7 seemed. It's truly, truly beautiful. We were originally staying on the first floor. AG site, 7 chant. Then we switched up here to the second floor. Aju site, 7 noon. I think the smell will be less noticeable. Aju site, 7 shinty. It's newly opened, so there's still a bit of a formaldehyde smell. AG site, 7 cent. But it's definitely worth coming to. OG site, 7 cent. Because when I came out from the public area just now, E site, 7 centen. The lighting was absolutely stunning. Achi site, 7 finch. I think it really incorporates E-site, 7 local characteristics quite well. Geo site, 7 sung. It has a very traditional, ancient vibe. Date site, 7 tunent. Up on the second floor, the smell is much fainter. Deji site, 7 sinand. Very nice. E-site, 17. It was too hot this afternoon, Ichi site, 7 China, so I changed into this slightly thinner Ichi site, 7 went. Light yellow top, AG site. Now I need to iron my pants. LG site, 7 Seeden. We don't have any plans for this afternoon. AG site, 7 Nindent. Actually, there are quite a few attractions around here. H site, 7 Tungt, but I feel like they might not be vastly different from each other. AG site, 7 Tent, so you can just pick a few. AG site, 7 Edent. There's really nothing to iron here, right? Shite, 7 Edent. It does look a little bit shady. I just used the iron, HE site, 71, and then it spat out this yellow gunk. On this site, 70. Has the water in there been sitting for ages? EG site, 7 want. Showing off my hair again today. AG site, 7 cent. I styled it myself. It's pretty nice, right? Because it's a Dichi site, 17. Very well behaved cat. H site. The outdoor area is extremely beautiful. Jiwa site, 7 Senshini. Took a walk around, friends. GG site, 7 Ini. We're planning to sit outside here for a bit. LG site. Let's grab a coffee. Site, 7 inch. This wasn't sponsored. I paid for it myself. EG site, because Xiaodu is basically a hotel inspector. HC8, 80 seat. He's obsessed with trying out different places. H site, 8G tune. Let me show you guys. I ordered a E site, 8EG2. Yellow apricot latte. There's apricot jam at the bottom, each site, 80 teen. And coffee on top, each site, 8 And you can see the city wall. It's lovely, H site, 8 H These are renovations, probably from 2008. AG site. I'm checking out the E site, 8. Guide. I've been listening to too many guides lately. AG site, 8 H Like our trips nowadays, Ishi site, 8 DD, are usually just 2 or 3 days. Aji site, 8 Chondim, but I feel like it's just the right amount of time. H site, 18 tune. 3 days is pretty much perfect. OA site, 8 2. You get to experience everything you want to. AG site, 80 site, especially for these kinds of city trips. Daichi site, 8 and 2. And then, Shai, you can quickly get back to your normal life. And disrupt your regular schedule too much. H site, 8 80 Tinen. So it's quite nice. H site, 8 DD. If I travel for too long, I miss my 2 cats. IG site. Yeah, you wouldn't get it. It perfectly shows our different parenting styles. G site, 8 8. I'm the hands-off type. AG site, 8 doo. I think the cats will be perfectly fine at home. Achi site, 8 18. But Xiaodu, he gets site, 8 D. Super worried about whether they're each site. 8 oh well, doing okay or not. H site. Look at Xiaodu sitting across from me. He site. 8 to tune. His posture is completely twisted. H site. Going to grab dinner at John 369. Alju site. Actually went there once yesterday. Alve site, 80 Tident. It was a 100 table wait. Aji site, 8 Otutuan. So we're going to try again today. H site, 8 8. We switched to a different location now. Ach site, 880 Tident. I feel like the line should be much shorter here. AE site, 80 Tident. Let's head outside. This place should be fine. Akshi site, 80 Tident. Mixing it up gives me oil-spilled noodle vibes. H site, 80 Tident. But it's in little clumps. AG site, 8 2. Not long strips. AG site, 882. Don't you think Datong is a bit like Xi'an? H site, 8 E. Also ordered some other Oko site, 8 Juju. Meat dishes. Up north is all about eating hearty meats. Let's dig in. AG site, 8 AT. This should be a local specialty noodle. AG site, 80 Salentao. Tastes a bit like oil-spilled noodles. HG site, 80 Tina. A layer of oil on top of the chicken wings. AG site, 8 Eat. This has a preserved mustard green and pork flavor. HC site, 80 CD. This place's pea shoots are 4 gin. G site, 8 8. I'm eating fries. Each site, 8 8 Started gnawing on the big bones. AG site, HDD done. Both the beef and mutton here are incredibly delicious. AG site, 9 Taking a stroll down the street at night. AG site, 9. So lively and beautiful. H site, 9. They really know how to set the mood. Each site, 9 Han. I took a picture of the lanterns that had such a great vibe. W site. Do we need to dig for treasures here? Let's go in and look. Oh, elk site, 9. I noticed everyone here is rolling prayer beads in their hands. AG site, 9 town. Literally everyone has a string of them. H site, 9 site. The vibe is actually pretty great. Oh, site, 9. There are newer blocks you can walk around each site, 9 and also spots with a long history. IU site, 9. As for the food, since I prefer bolder flavors, each site, 9 wan. I think the hot pot is the best. IU site, 9. Hey guys, the lighting here is so good. G site, 9 han. Gives off city girl waking up vibes. Og site, 9. If only our house was this bright. Each site, 9. Wearing the vest again today. Age site, 9 site. It's so cold outside. Age site, 9. Our plan today is to visit the Hanging Temple first. Always site, 9. But we won't be able to climb up it. Aji site, 9 sing. Because lots of people go at dawn. E site, 9 too. You have to get there super early. Aji site, 9. And wait in a huge line just to go up. Ige site, 9. The ticket sold out long ago online. H site, 9 sat. We also want to go to the Yingxian Wooden Pagoda. J site, 9. Both places are quite beautiful. G site, 9. We can make our way there. D site, 9. Then head to Shuozhou to catch our flight. W site, 9. Ah, E site, 9. You're back home again. AG site, 9. A 3-day itinerary each site, 9, is totally enough, I think. H site, 9. It's been quite fulfilling, actually. H site, 9 soul. But this was entirely Xiaodu's itinerary. LG site, 9. I just tag along for the fun. LG site, let me sum it up for you guys again. HE site, 9. Lost at the Cape. T site, 9. Lighting up my heart. Age site. My hair has improved too much in videos. G site. It used to look nice too. G site, 9 han. By the way, the local fruit here is really tasty. Like that little apple yesterday. Aya site, 9 and this is a peach, super crisp and quite small. G site, 9 nina. We're here, friends. The best thing I brought this time each site was definitely this umbrella. G site, 9 tum. The sunlight here is super strong. G site, 9 so having this for shade is great. H site, 9 too. The Hanging Temple has to be each site, 9. The most crowded attraction I've seen these past few days. G site, 9. Everyone needs to buy that climb ticket and wait in a massive H site. 9 too. Line, E site, because it's really just those wooden pillars. E site, 10. Holding up a key site, 10. Temple on the mountain, IG site. So they probably limit capacity. You always have to wait. At a site, it seems super crowded today. For the first part of our trip today, T site, 10. Our driver H site has to head back now. H site, 10. So he just dropped us off here. We had to find another car. H site, 10. We've arrived, guys. The whole area below is just packed with people. GG site, 10. Looking all the way up to the temple. AG site, 10. Look at these pillars. They're so thin. Shite, oh my goodness. H site. Look, the temple is right in this direction. LG site 10. It seems it's not actually supported by the pillars. HC site 10. Look how deep they're drilled into the rock. Each site 10. It's anchored right in there, yeah. HC site 10. Anchored securely. LG site. Otherwise, there's a line of pillars. HG site 10. It wouldn't have stood for so long. OG site. This has over 1500 years of history. Dodgy site. It's built into a recessed area on the cliff. OG site 10. So it's protected from the wind and rain. H site. The wisdom of ancient people is seriously impressive. AG site 10. But 2 Buddha baby fridge magnets. G site 10. And a hanging temple 1. Site 10. Ready to stick on the fridge. Dabsha site. Arrived at the wooden pagoda. Xiaodu hasn't had mixu ice cream and tea before. Oju site 10. I'm treating him to a cup. Let's go. EG site 10. Jai. I just turned around abruptly. Each site 10. Holding my bag and started talking. Aji site. Turns out I was talking to a handsome guy with glasses. EG site 10. Completely confused him, wondering where you went. Acha site 10. You walk so fast. Geek site 10. Seriously. Each site? This pagoda is also 1,000 years old. Achi site 10. There are 9 floors in total. HC site 10 ton. 5 visible layers. Each site 4 hidden layers. Totally right now. A beautiful guide. G site 10. Beautiful guide is online. E site 10. Not a bus guide. D site 10. A beautiful guide. Just reading the news. Ouch site 10. We're having dinner on this street. Ouchie site 10. Eating noodles again. Eeg site. This is a local specialty called Tiang Giji site. It looks like this. Eid site 10. We also ordered some cold skin noodles and shaved noodles. I saw friends in the chat saying that eating a bowl of noodles a day will make you incredibly sleepy all afternoon. Totally dressed up. We're back in Shuozhou where we started. These past few days have been really fulfilling. Time to take a flight back home. Ah, my babies. Did you miss me? Meow.